What it do? Welcome to the crew. Go ahead and make it do what it do and make sure that like button blue. It's your boy Kid Stacks, and today we got a special guest, my man, the myth, the legend himself, Royce Krispies. Royce, go ahead and shout yourself out, man.
Bro, you gassing me up too much. Yeah, I make videos, I guess. I also beat stacks a lot in games, except the last time. But
Hey, the
I'm gonna
comeback
get
is
my
real.
comeback. I'm gonna get.
The comeback is real though.
Uh, don't call it a comeback. Wait, no, hold up. Anyways, yeah. So, what do you got for us today? This is gonna be fun.
Today, guys, I am excited to present some nice, juicy what ifs theories, like all kinds of concepts about the new Legend ZA battle system. Now, I'm not gonna hold y'all. And listen, I know y'all I be saying that a lot, but listen, that's just me. All right. I know y'all have y'all things. Yes, I say right all the time. Yes, I say I'm not gonna hold y'all all the time, but literally, I'm not gonna hold y'all on this one. This just might be the best thing that's probably gonna happen for Pokemon in the known future. Now, that's just me. I know how people feel about their turn base. I get it. I'm a turn based guy myself, but I'm not gonna hold y'all. There you go again. Going from Final Fantasy VII turn based to Final Fantasy VII remake action RPG. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just saying, bro, like you can't argue that sometimes change, it doesn't have to happen, but sometimes it's for the better. I'm not gonna lie. What you think, Royce?
Listen. I'm offended that you said this might be the next best thing, because when they brought up Legends Arceus, bro, bang! It was just way too good. Like
Chef's
I
kiss.
showed you earlier, I got hundreds of hours into that game.
Chef's
I
kiss.
was shiny hunting like crazy. It was so much fun. Even though it was like a completely revamped. We're not used to this. It's completely new. We don't know what it is, and it was just so much fun, and like this has so much potential. I'm excited. No matter what they bring up, I know they're gonna kill it. They put so much time and thought
Facts.
into things, unless it's the texture on the trees, which I know some people are gonna get upset
The
about.
tree texture. To be fair, to be fair though, like even in
No.
this trailer, bro, like I'm gonna find a good point to stop at. Even this part right here, bro, the tree texture, you can make an argument and say it's not a realistic looking tree. Give me a video game where any of the trees look realistic. Guess what, buddy? You ain't gonna find one. They're all fake. It's all made up. It's not a real tree, my guy. I
And
don't care how realistic it look.
the best part is we're not questioning the realism of the monsters in the game. We're talking about trees, not practice, but trees. Really,
Exactly,
like
bro.
let's not hold on to like small petty details. We all know nobody's looking at the trees.
Nobody.
Nobody's staring at it. You're not blowing it up on your TV and just like meditating in front of it, and you're like, oh, this ruined my meditate. No, like
Exactly.
just chill out, have fun, and I'm excited. Like the story always kills too. The plot twist.
Exactly.
If you haven't played Legend Arceus, this is a spoiler, but at this point it's on you. That like massive plot twist on how you're working with the ancestors of Team Galactic, and they turn out to be the good guys.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the ancestor of Cynthia was the bad guy.
Exactly.
Like it's just levels to this. Like it was like it. So I'm excited. They always got some crazy story going
Some
on.
kind of
So
twist.
like, oh, it's gonna be fun. So let's dive right in.
Facts. So obviously this is all about the battle system. Now I know a lot of people had a lot of theories, a lot of what ifs, a lot of questions on how the battle system is actually going to work out. Now let's start with the obvious. The game changing battle system in general. We have never, even if you count, I guess you can count something like Pokemon Rumble on the mobile, that doesn't really count. Or you count like Mystery Dungeon, and that really doesn't count. This is our first attempt at action RPG Pokemon. That's moves, abilities, like bro, and it's funny how like he kind of like fell on
It
this
had
part
the
of the
video.
video.
Yeah.
Like the possibilities is endless when it comes to talking about how the moves are going to work, how abilities are going to work, which obviously in my opinion, I don't think abilities is going to be in this game, and I do have a good reason as to why I think, and it's these guys, these megas, right? Obviously the one on the far right, Mega Kangaskhan. If you look into this video, you will see Mega Kangaskhan has power up punch. Mega Kangaskhan was broken because of power up punch. Because if you remember the ability, that thing can go twice. And what does power up punch do? It's
Set
literally a buff up attack. So think of correct me if I'm wrong. Swords Dance is a free +2 on attack, correct?
Yep, that's right.
So you're
+2.
damaging power up punch, get the plus attack, and then you're damaging again with the parental bond ability.
Yeah, yeah. And, people would say, like, oh, the second attack was like half its attack because it's its baby. Bro, nobody cares. Like, the main issue with it, that it got a free sword dance while attacking.
Exactly.
And he wasn't a glass can. Like, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay. You got me all riled up now. Hold up.
No, you cooking, bro. I mean, it just makes sense. Now, me personally, I don't think we're gonna get abilities in this game. It's kind of gonna be the same as like Legends Arceus. Spoiler warning. Arceus is the only ability in the game, and how he is an ability, his move judgment based off of whatever the weakness is, it changes to that weakness. So that's literally the only ability in the game. So I don't believe we're gonna have abilities in the Legends series, but I think this game is going to be different enough to the point where it doesn't even matter. I don't even think we're going to need abilities because of how each of these moves are going to work differently. Now, I think with all of these moves, they're going to be revamped. They're going to be they're going to be changed a little bit, right? So let's take, for instance, you've seen the rollout, Tepic, the, total out, dodging out of the way. What if certain moves put you in a stance where it holds you in place? Like, obviously, let's say
you're locked into
strategy out. Like, Spinnerat's probably not in the game, but you got Spinnerat, Sticky Web. Boom, you send out Spinnerat to throw out Sticky Webs. Total out stuck, can't move. Then he switches back to Tep Pit to do rollout, and it's a complete successful move because Total out can't move because of the whole dodge rolling mechanic or dodging mechanic. I just feel like moves like Sticky Web or Electro Web, moves that kind of stick you to the ground, is going to be more of a use in this new battle mechanic.
Okay, first of all, you make it sound like there was no use for Sticky Webs. Me and my Galvantula, bro, don't sleep on Sticky Webs. That being said, I would counter that point. I think it would be cool if they brought in abilities. Hear me out. I know in Legends they did not have abilities at all, right? However, like it would just be interesting. Like, okay, let's say for example, your Tepic is about to die and Blaze procs, and then all of a sudden a move that only did like maybe like a third of your of the opponent's health, now you have to account for that shit. You know what I mean? It'll just bring an extra dynamic to the game, but it would also complicate the hell out of things. So I understand. I said what I said about Mega Kangaskhan was. How are we talking and these things are appearing on screen as we're talking? This is weird. But like, it would be cool because like to see that, because now you have to account, like, let's say I'm going up against your Kangaskhan. I have to keep in mind I can't just dodge one attack. I gotta dodge the second one too. Yeah. Because it's two that are coming back to back, and going to, like, speaking on what you said about reworking the moves, like I completely agree. There are gonna be some moves that, like, if you miss, maybe something happens, maybe it continues. Do you get locked on? If it's like double kick or triple kick for whatever reason, right? If there's like a Hitmontop and it does triple kick, like it misses the first kick, yeah, but does it mean it's going to continue using the move until the other two kicks come out? Does that mean I'm going to have to continue dodging the remainder of your triple kick? There's levels to this. This is like a really thick lasagna, my guy. Like, it's not just something that's simple. I would understand why they wouldn't put abilities, but if they did, you better believe I'm going to be stressed, because goddamn, or like Think of things like Cloyster, bro. His ability was multi-link, right? And if he uses Icicle Spear and it's 2 to 5, it's guaranteed 5 now. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just yeah. And these are not lock-on moves, but it's gonna feel stressful as stressful as heck.
That is
Because
true.
god damn, you're gonna have to dodge 5 times every single time. Because Cloyster is a thick boy too.
Hey,
So
I'm glad you brought up Cloyster and the skill link thing. What
mm-hmm.
if they brought some Pokemon Unite mechanics in here? So you had Icicle Spear, Glaceon, and no matter where you went, the Icicle Spear.
No. I would not buy this game. I promise you. Anybody who uses Glaceon, first of all, you're trash. No, I'm just kidding. No, but also not. It's just such a I doubt. Obviously, there are the never miss moves, right? Like Aerial Ace is a move that'll never miss. Shockwave is a Swift. Exactly. These are moves that'll never miss. But like I doubt like they're gonna bring that whole Pokemon Unite mechanic into this. But I'm excited, dude. Like there is so much room for potential. There's a lot. Like they're definitely gonna have to rework some moves because like Earthquake. What happens? Does everything on the map just die?
Bro.
Like, what happens, bro? Like, it's gonna be sick. I'm pretty sure we just saw like the clip of when we saw Kangaskhan fighting. It
Bulldoze.
very likely was it Bulldoze?
Yeah, and it knocked out the Garbodor and the Trubbish.
Oh, it knocked out both. Okay, look at you.
Look at
Okay,
yeah,
so like. So what's the radius on it? So like we have to start learning these mechanics. So like as a player who's played TCG, oh sorry, not TCG, VGC. Like I never had to learn. Okay, yo, this is gonna be like. Oh yeah, knocked out. Okay, I just noticed the and the Trubbish that was running away too.
Yeah.
So you have to account for that area.
Yep.
So when I'm about to dodge your move. Dude, it's levels. And oh, hold up. VGC, you have 4 moves, right? So I have to be on the lookout for 4 different moves. So not only have to be aware of Kangaskhan's Bulldoze or Earthquake or whatever, I also have to be careful of Power Up Punch. I got to be careful of, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm running too far away, I might be giving you time to set up like Swords Dance, for example. What if you're like, okay, I scared him away with the Earthquake, pop up a Sword Dance. I won't be able to catch up to you in a time. There's levels to this. It's gonna be so interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be fun, dude. I'm excited.
And if I'm not mistaken, just looking back at this video, right? So we see the Onyx kind of slowly dodge, but if you notice, like frame by frame, it seemed like Onyx dodged it, but I guess like
It grazed it.
It grazed them. So are certain moves gonna have like flamethrower? It can have a cone, right? So if you're in a piece of the cone, like you can still get hit, but if you move out of it, you're good. Like there's just so much shit they can actually do with that.
I'm assuming it would be something like Dragon Ball Z, where it's like if I fire off a Masenko, for example, it has a wider range. Do you take a portion of the attack? I'm pretty sure in Dragon Ball Z that's not the case. You take the full damage. So if it even grazes you, it doesn't matter. You're taking the full whatever damage calcs it was gonna run. You know what I mean? Which kind of sucks, but like at that point it's a skill issue. You gotta kind of account for those things. I'm gonna be one of those who are gonna be complaining about that all the time. So
now
that's not even shade to people.
Now get this, right? You see the Vivillon is the same thing. He got out of it. So, and it looked like in this same frame, Onyx got out of it, but just a piece of that cone like grazed them. So I guess like it's kind of hard to explain because it didn't look like it hit either. But Vivillon was still, it looked like he was still in the same, area of effect. Yeah. But I mean, I guess it depends on if you have a bigger, slower mon. You have a smaller, quicker mon.
It also probably depends on hitbox too, right? Because Onyx is a big boy. Vivillon is like you would assume is just smaller, And also, I don't know why I never noticed this until now. They just switched out Pokemon, like no nothing. They just took one out, threw it back out.
That's another aspect of the action RPG style that they're going with too. Yep.
Which is sick, and this is good. I am so excited for this game. They killed it with Legends Arceus. I have faith that this is going to be a lot of fun.
Because Legend Arceus was a game changer, and they just took another way of how they can kind of do the battle system and made this. And this is a point that we're gonna get to later in the video, but this is what it's gonna make people want to actually battle, in the game instead of just skipping battle. Because Scarlet Violet, like it was optional, you didn't have to battle, so. That's gonna be interesting. Now, going back to the moves real quick, and I'm glad you brought up Earthquake, right? Because I actually have something here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Let's talk. Because I think there was a point that we were talking about offline that you're going to get to next. But you were talking about the potential of What if?
Hold on, you gotta zoom in. You gotta zoom in. You gotta zoom
I got
in.
you. I got you.
Hold up. There it is. Okay.
What if this game is gonna? Because it's all about battling. What if it's gonna have an aspect of double battling with your friend, or you're in the tournament of power at the end? We know it's not called tournament of power.
Okay.
You're at the tournament of power at the end, and you can go in there with your friends, or you can battle other people online, or whatever. These moves could cause like some chaos for the enemy team, for your team, whatever. Bro, you got moves like Boom Burst, Brutal Swing, Bulldoze, Discharge. All these moves here, Earthquake, Explode. Imagine explosion though.
So then it comes down to mechanics. So going back to what you said earlier, reworks are going to be required.
I cannot wait, bro. It's gonna
like,
be sick.
What's sick about this is you yourself can't double battle. So in this solo campaign, it'll be impossible to double battle, right?
Right. Yep.
However, if they brought in like that multiplayer feature where it's like, yo, you can double battle with your friends and shit, and just throw hands.
Even a free for all mode.
Yeah,
because remember they had that in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the Royal Rumble,
oh my God, don't talk to me about that. Anyways, so just stuff like that, and like they're gonna put it to work. I'm excited, dude. Like, cause a lot of these moves, like, also, like for example, let's take Blizzard, right? Earthquake, like these moves, Heat Wave.
Yep.
In the anime, I would assume that move got range. You know what I mean? It's not just a tiny little circle. Are they going to account for that? Are these going to be wide range, but like, it's, like what sort of mechanic? I'm assuming it'll be like slightly bigger range than like your average move, not like covering the whole map type of thing. But, okay.
After seeing this, I just thought of Electro Web. Remember when I said Sticky Web? It'll be there to kind of slow you down. Obviously, the VGC is made to drop your speed, but in this game it drops your speed, but also it could be a move that kind of sticks you. So like you can move as long as you're in the area effect, you'll move slowly, but it can stick you as well. Electro Web could be that, but it can also give you like a paralysis shock. So every few seconds, if you're still in there, it gives you a little shock. Like stuff like that. Like, bro, like there's so much potential that they could really do.
And real game. Like our creativity is running.
They need to,
you know what I mean? Yo, cut us a check. Actually, don't cut us a check. You just bring us to let us talk at the table. Let us talk. Come on, Nintendo.
Cook, we can help y'all out.
Yeah. So
help y'all out.
Also, there's also weather moves. Sunny day, rain dance, hail.
I forgot about weather, bro.
It just occurred to me, like, these are things that, like, what happens, tail whip, like, is that impossible to dodge? Oh my God, thousand arrow
from Zygarde, bro.
Zygarde, and this oh my God,
you're not getting away from it.
you're not, but like, what does that mean now? Does that make Zygarde the most OP dude on the court? I don't know.
Floating in the air, just sticking you.
Did you watch Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember when the old man comes crashing into the insect guy's Meruem's kingdom?
Yep.
And it just starts raining. It just starts raining projectiles. That's what Thousand Arrows might be. But I'm assuming they're gonna restrict it to like a smaller like a radius where it's bigger than the average move, right? But not huge where it's like impossible to dodge is what I would assume, because otherwise we're going back to playground days where we're running Fire Blast on Blaziken and Earthquake, you know what I mean?
Freaking Hyper Beam, everything.
everything.
I'm interested in seeing how Hyper Beam is going to work. Is it going to be you use it and they're so tired they won't even move, they're not dodging anything?
Yeah, maybe they'll look exasperated, like tired and gassed. I'm looking at a move right now, Perish Song. What happens there? Since you can free switch all the time, like, is there a cooldown on how often you could switch? Bro, does the Perish Song ever miss?
You know what'd be sick though? If Perish Song in this game works different, that it didn't matter who was on the field, whoever's on the field is getting this work.
Oh God, dude! Like, that's what there's so much potential for this battle. Like,
yes.
it's great. I'm here for it. I'm excited. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and you want the turn-based stuff. We've had it for 25 years. Let our creativity, let our inner child grow and experience all these things that we. What up?
Spikes.
Oh, we saw that. We saw spikes. We saw stealth rocks.
Yep.
So listen. These are new things that they're introducing. You gotta account for. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be hectic.
I think what it is stealth rocks is gonna hurt more the flying mons, the more in the air mons, and then you got spikes and sticky web. Remember we talked about that, and toxic spikes is gonna hurt the ones that are like on the ground.
On the
running.
ground,
Like,
yeah. But then here we go. Here's another thing. Earthquake, right?
Yep.
If you're floating and you don't got levitate, what does it do?
I'm glad you brought that up, Royce. Hear me out.
What up? All right.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Logic. Let's think logic for a second. Earthquake cannot hit flying mons, right? If you're in the air, should it be able to hit you?
It should not.
Mega Charizard X. He's in the air, right?
He's in the air.
I'm assuming
they're gonna be like, oh, he's gonna be standing. Like that's his battle animation. Like
I think so too.
So
but
I don't think
logic though, because no abilities, right? Magneton and why did I forget his name?
Magnezone.
Magnemite. No abilities, right? And they have levitate, right? They're in the air.
I don't know.
They're in the air. Flying Pokemon that use roosts are grounded now. Make that an animation where Talonflame use roosts. He's on the ground. Earthquake.
Boom. Yeah. I don't remember what they did in Legends though. I'm assuming that they would have gotten hit.
To ground in Legends.
Okay. So that means they probably are just gonna port that over. I feel like maybe future installments they might switch things up. I don't know.
That would be goated though. If all right, let's use logic for once. If you're floating, you don't have the ability to levitate. It doesn't matter. You're floating. You can't get hit by anything that's on the ground because you're floating.
Listen, maybe it's like the seismic. It's just Mars is in retrograde, and like you feel the energy, and the only ones who don't are if you're officially known as flying in the universe, and you don't feel that kind of. I don't know. Absolutely. But there's a move. Wait, scroll down real quick. There was Tailwind. What if you proc it? What happens now? Is it just a stat boost for everybody, or is it just like a physical thing where if you're running in that direction, you get to experience that? You know what I mean? Like a Unite, like when Psyduck uses that Surf or whatever that move is, right?
Their Tailwind against them. Oh, that would be clean. So if you were on the opposite side of your own Tailwind, you would want to stay on your side. You're on the side. I didn't think about that.
So either that's if we're getting nitpicky, right? Or again, going back to Unite, where Psyduck uses his Surf move.
Yep.
If you're behind him, you get a little speed boost, a movement boost. But then if you're against it, you don't get penalized, right? Like unless you're the opposing Pokemon. So maybe it might be something like that where it's like, okay, we're giving you a little bit of realism, but not too realistic because this is still not too much because this is still Pokemon and we still play for the kids. Exactly. And we need to remember at the end of the day, this isn't about us. This is for the kids. So please stop nitpicking. But anyways, let's whatever.
Yes, sir. Like, listen, the endless possibilities. But I know you had a point that you wanted to hit up on the battle format and the multiplayer. What you thinking?
Okay, so real quick, your camera rotated. By the way, it shifted you. I don't know if you can see it. So you're no longer centered, but like randomly it just like.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So for the next point is we touched on it a little earlier, right? We have no idea how this is going to work in terms of how many players can play the game. And just give me a sec. Let me cook. Let me land. We know this is historically Legends was a one-player game, but there it is. It's TBA. We don't know what they're cooking.
Even if y'all want to say, well, Champions is a new game, it's not out. Boom. 1 to 2 players. If it was a one-player game, it would literally just say one player.
1 to 2 players. Why would it be TBA? Why? So that's, I don't know. I smell a hint. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like, maybe we got some cooking, but we're not sure if we're cooking exactly.
Yeah. As we back, sorry we had a couple of technical difficulties. Y'all know how it is when you're streaming and doing video recordings. But we are back. We last left off on talking about the potential of multiplayer. So obviously, if they stated that we were gonna have just one player, they would have just said, "Hey, one player." But obviously, in Pokemon Champions, a brand new game that we don't know too much about. They just gave us a few gameplay screenshots. We know it's 1 to 2 players. So obviously, you can play it single player or you can play it 2 players online. I'm actually surprised it's not 1 to 4 players. You can do like a double battle kind of thing online. But hey, I digress. Whatever.
Yeah, it would be cool if they did, but maybe they didn't release any more info. Maybe it could be because they're cooking in the lab, or still workshopping ideas, or it could just be like, hey, listen, Champions is coming out sooner. We'll give you more information. Since Legends is coming out later, we'll just refrain from confirming anything. We never know, but we can be hopeful, and I'm hopeful because it would be sick if you, me, and the lads threw down, and we got into a double battle, like a 4-way battle.
That would be so clean,
dude, it would be stress because all you and I would have to do is just like take a flying Pokemon, like something that floats or something, and use Earthquake, and we don't need to worry about us getting hit. We just keep slapping them with Earthquakes or with Blizzard. You know what I mean? It would be hectic.
But Earthquake will also it'll hurt your homie though. So imagine the chaos.
That's why I said floating. That's why I said if we both took regular Charizard, Charizard Y, because he learns. I don't know why you'd run
Earthquake on regular Charizard Gyarados with the Earthquaker.
Yeah. And then Gyarados can run something. He can run special attacks too, throwing a Blizzard in there. So not only are you worried about the ground shaking, but you're also worried about the cold getting freezing your little fingertips and all that. So you gotta. This is like it opens up the door to chaos, dude. And if you know me, I love games where it's just absolute chaos. So it would be fun. But
me
the
personally,
potential,
bro, like it's Nintendo is game free. Like I mean, sometimes I think what affects a lot of people is we become too hopeful, right? Like we start playing all these things in our head, like, oh, what if they add this? What if they add that? And they don't add any of that, and then people are just, oh, the game sucks, the game's horrible, the game's terrible, and that's what affects a lot of people. That's pretty much why a lot of people, they looked at Legends EA and they're like, oh, the game's ass, it looks trash, it looks terrible. I went back and opened up my Scarlet Violet and Legends Arceus. This game, just off screenshots, looked better. Color wise, like graphical wise, the model Pokemon wise. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Honestly, those games weren't bad either. We're just nitpicking. Again, we're going back to nitpicking. Again, it's Pokemon. Just enjoy the game. Why are we looking at the building? The windows are not square enough. Like, why are we doing this, bro? Like, please stop. Let's just talk about the starters. Let's rage about the good things, like how Chikorita is actually garbage. Whatever. Let's not get into that. Anyways, that's for another video. But in addition to that, there could also be the other point I was gonna bring up is mega battles being on a timer. Right, so this, like, I'm sure you can make the connection since I believe you still run the game. But in Pokemon Go, they're on a timer. So maybe that might be a thing where it's like, does it last all battle like it does in VGC?
I don't know. That timer was moving fast, bro.
Yeah,
that timer was moving kind of fast, bro.
Bro, there was a competitive scene in Pokemon Go, and I could not. Oh wait. Look at the
that timer's moving fast. Look at Mega Absol, bro. In a matter of 2 seconds, that thing is draining. That timer's moving pretty fast, bro.
It gives no damn about you and the situation. It's just running. Maybe it might be 10, 20, 30 seconds, but again, in a game where it's just not turn-based, you can get a lot done in 30 seconds though. Yeah. Let's be honest now. Like, that's those 30 seconds. If you're on the other end of like my Mega Absol, for example, you fighting for your life. However, just as equally, I need to make sure I capitalize on it, because if I don't, What happens? Does that mean I can't mega anymore? Do I have to wait for the bar to go back up? Like, what happens? I'm assuming, just like in in ORAS and X and Y, once you mega once, that's all you can do. Like the Pokemon is too tired or whatever to mega again. So
and
you gotta capitalize.
In fact, and with the timer running, because obviously in X and Y, when you mega, you can mega that Pokemon once, pull them back, and they good, right? Do you think the timer is going to keep running while they're in the Pokeball if you pull them back?
You're stressing me out, bro. You're stressing me out because that means
like if you want to pull them out, then pull them out. Your timer going to keep running if you pull them back.
But then, okay, so I would argue the timer would pause, right? Because the argument that you would make for megas not being able to, only one Pokemon being able to mega is because they get tired, whatever, right? In that instance, when you go back to the Pokeball, it's like, oh man, I could make the argument the other way too. Is like they're kind of catching a break, right? However, things like poison and stuff, like if you're poisoned in a Pokeball in the overworld, when you walk around, it still drains your health, even though you're resting in the Pokeball.
Yep.
So like you could also make the argument that the timer would run.
Yeah,
I would be okay with that because then it would open up a new meta where you can
you can't just just throw it out there, mega, bring it back and
wait until but then you can. It would also increase the importance of moves like Dragon Tail, like Roar. Like you would need those things where it's like, okay, you brought him out, bet I'm a Roar now. Do the Roar,
that bro, you cooking. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. Sticky Web, kind of slow down their time. Or
slow them down, mess them up.
What?
Throw up Stealth Rocks if you're going up against Charizard Y, because now it's like, yes, sir. So there's elements to this that we're not looking at. We're just looking face value and criticizing everything as we usually do. Where we're just like, oh, the tree looks like garbage. Oh, this isn't Pokemon. It's turn-based. It should be turn-based, bro. There's levels to this.
Exactly.
And I correct me if I'm wrong. Pokken tournament, they had actual tournaments and stuff, right? Like championships and stuff.
I believe so. For a short amount of time. Not many people play it like that, but I think
there was a little bit of a scene to it, but not as crazy, obviously, as VGC, TCG.
Yep.
But if this kind of pops off and they start introducing more installments of this might introduce a new branch in the VGC world. You know what I mean? We have
this little thing at the end. I think this is going to be bigger than what we think it is.
I think so too. I think they have like a massive vision and we're just nitpicking at random shit instead of like expanding and they might not have any of these ideas. We might be just talking into the air and getting absolutely nothing. However, it doesn't mean that there is no potential. You know what I mean? And even if they don't implement these things, it doesn't mean that the game is garbage. Again, we complained about Legends ZA. I complained about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I was like, yo, what the hell is that? I'm not playing that. What did I do? 500, 600, 700 hours in that game. It banged. Even though they didn't have things that I usually look for in the VGC, they still had banger concepts that were amazing to be a part of and experience in a Pokemon game. So the timer on the Megas is going to be a crazy thing. If there is a timer and it continues when you retreat, things like Roar, Dragon Tail, Sticky Webs are counters to that, because then it's like, crazy. Okay,
it'll be a reason to actually use those moves now.
Yeah. Because we were already using that move. You know what I mean? We Stealth Rock, then Dragon Tail, and just kind of mess around with their backline and chip at them. But now it's like out of necessity. I need to run out your clock. It's like the NBA. Like your team is down 3. I need to run down that 24-second shot clock all the way to the end and try to get a bucket. I'm gonna have to run out your shot clock. It'd be crazy if it was 24 seconds. But so this is gonna be some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah. So going back to what Royce was saying about Pokemon Go, so obviously if you know how Go works, pretty much when you use your Mega, you can only have it for a certain amount of time throughout a day, and depending on if it's an event, it's a longer time of the day. I theorize that Megas is going to work a little differently, because obviously if you notice in the trailer, I'll zoom to it, right? So you see the moves got like C+, stuff like that on it, right? I think the more you mega evolve, the stronger your bond's gonna be with the Pokemon, the stronger their moves gonna be. So, as you say, Bulldoze C plus here, right? Maybe you use Bulldoze C plus a couple times, kind of like how Legends RC has rewarded you for using moves a certain amount of times. They kind of complete like the decks or whatever. Maybe here, if you use a move a certain amount of times, like so, you say Bulldoze, that's like your most used move. You go from Bulldoze C plus to B minus, or I don't know if they're gonna go with that stand. Maybe they go from B to B plus for A to A plus, something like that, and then it goes all the way to S plus. We could be seeing a thing there, right? Because obviously these are two different symbols: the pink plus and then the silverish white looking C. I mean, I think that's an indication of saying C plus. I could be wrong.
So let me tell you real quick about the universe that is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Okay, if y'all haven't played that thing, first of all, you guys are missing out. Okay, but in the game, they have this concept of not megas particularly, right? You don't have to mega, obviously, because they didn't have that at the time. But every time you use a move, it like your moves have like a sort of experience bar, like your Pokemon would, right? And every time you battle with your Pokemon, you gains experience and levels up, right?
Yep.
Likewise, every time you use a move, it gains a little bit of experience, and then it levels up. So it goes from C plus to B minus, then B, then B plus, whatever, right? And then the move that itself would get stronger. You'll have more PP. Maybe the cooldowns on the move will go down. You know what I mean? Let's say it takes. You can't. Obviously, we're not going to be able to spam Bulldoze, right? There'll be like a 5-10 second cooldown.
Yep.
Maybe the cooldowns will get shorter from 10 seconds to 9 seconds to 8 seconds. You know what I mean? Like every time you level up the move. So I don't think it's particularly just if you mega. I'm not sure if we saw other moves, non-mega Pokemon, like let's say the Hippowdon that used
Stealth Rock.
So you can. Oh wait, no, that was the Altaria. Hold up, let me stop.
Yep.
Okay, so you don't see it here. So maybe it's a mega thing. So you actually might be onto something. If it's a mega thing, then maybe it might be like every time you use the move, it gets stronger, or I don't know. There might be a level up component for those moves.
For megas in general.
For megas in general, exactly.
Bring in the timing thing. Maybe if you have a stronger bond with your mega, maybe your timer's longer.
Maybe it slows down, like how much the rate at which it like runs out. Maybe the moves are stronger. Again, the cooldowns might be shorter. There are elements that we don't know, but this is a concept that isn't foreign to Pokemon. We have seen it in other games like Mystery Dungeon. Again, it wasn't exclusive to megas, but it's a concept that no less has been introduced before. So I wouldn't put it past them if that's something that they introduce in this too.
Right, which kind of folds us over to our next segment, which is move leveling up, power scaling. In my opinion, I'm gonna be honest with you, Royce. I feel like there's something deeper, and this is for another video too. I feel like there's something deeper to this whole mega evolution thing because each game kind of had its own weird little gimmick to it, right? I feel like this is gonna be the first time where we're gonna get a new form of mega, right? I think it's still gonna be Mega Pokemon, but I feel like we're just gonna get a different form of Megas. Like I have a feeling that the Quasar group, the Quasar team, because if you know a little bit about Quasars are pretty much like a giant black hole in the center of a galaxy that kind of imploded and it's like sucking energy from stars and stuff, and it's like really really bright,
okay.
Right? What if you use the same logic that mega energy is being siphoned through battles, right? And this negative positive energy, however you want to look at it, is being siphoned to kind of build new megas through a different form of mega evolved Pokemon.
So this is the standard bad guy talking point. I will harness the power that is exuded from these mega Pokemon, and I will use it to take over the world or revive my loved one who passed away many, many years ago. Yeah. And it's like, and maybe the big dog can, him and his Floa can be like, no, I've done this before, and I almost lost my loving Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, right. I feel like you might be onto something here, because, like, again, these are usual talking points that we hear in usual bad guy talk, like, when they give speeches and stuff. Also, go back real quick. Why did I just notice this? To that Chikorita fight. Pause it real quick.
Okay.
So
Just let me
okay,
know when.
so yeah, right here, right
Originally.
here. Okay, so the Chikorita is level 15. Okay, so it's
Yep.
just like Legends where you can choose to evolve it, but you don't have to. Okay, cool.
Wait, does
Because
Chikorita
Chikorita,
evolve at 15 or 16?
no, neither. I'm pretty sure it's like 12 or 13. I'm pretty sure it's like super early. No, or am I
Because I
tripping?
think I know Croconaw, you get him at 18.
Yeah, him you
Cyndaquil is
get.
14. I believe Chikorita is 16.
Was it 16? Because
Yep.
I feel like I vaguely remember one of them evolving mad early.
Which is Cyndaquil, I believe at 14. Chikorita at
Let's.
16, and then Croconaw at 18. And I think you get Feraligatr at 30.
Oh yeah, Bayleaf is 16. Okay. I was
Yep.
tripping. I thought one of them evolved at 13, but I guess I'm tripping.
But I am hearing that they are keeping that mechanic though.
Okay,
With
just
the
like
evolution,
Legends.
like
Okay.
you can kind of they're not forced to evolve. I think you can kind of
Evolve,
go
yeah.
to that screen. I actually like
Yeah.
that actually.
I enjoyed that too. I preferred that. Like you go into the into the party like menu and just manually evolve them yourself.
Facts.
Because it's just a quality of life thing. Obviously, some people want it to evolve automatically just for time's sake, but it's cool. You get to control this kind of stuff without having to mash the B button or whatever.
Facts. Facts.
So this is gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of going back to like leveling up, pretty much like I really feel like there's no reason for them to put this much, you know, work into the battle system if we're not going to use it. And it goes back to my previous comment that I made. Scarlet Violet was it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Scarlet Violet is the first game they made that you didn't have to. Well, you don't have to battle any of them, but you can literally walk up to a trainer, and they can look at you all day. If you don't talk to them, they won't battle you. And if I'm not, I believe Scarlet Violet is the first one to do that. Because even in Sword and Shield, I think if the trainer saw you, I think they want to battle you, right?
I want to say yes. I don't remember just because I'm old and Sword and Shield feels like it was forever ago because it was. But I want to say yes, like that it wasn't like eye contact and youngster Joey comes up to you and he's like, I like shorts or I eat shorts or whatever he said. But it's cool. Like these are quality of life things, you know what I mean? And this is for me, I recently started watching a lot of speedrunners. So this makes it way more interesting for speedrunners because then you get more text where you can like dodge certain trainers or fight specific ones for specific items, a specific amount of XP.
For 5 seconds and do a spin dance.
Yeah, and then you unlock this. Or like if you fight this trainer, you get the exact amount of experience points so that you can evolve your Pokemon. You know what I mean? So like this makes it cool. But as usual, you know how Pokemon is with their cutscenes and all that. It just takes forever. So I feel like this is gonna be good for a lot of this might touch base for a lot of people whether you're into VGC, whether you're into story and just experiencing shiny hunting or like speed running community. This is gonna be pretty massive for everybody. And so let's not look at trees and let's just look at how the game plays, please. Thank you. I can't get over that, bro. When Twitter was raging about that, I was losing my mind. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, you're fine. I want to go back to this scene here, right? So obviously we know the game's gonna have a lot of scalability, right? You're gonna have sewers, you're gonna have like rooftops and stuff like that. But then I also saw this thing right here with a patch track kind of looking like, look at all of this, bro. This is Parkour City right here. And there's just so much potential. Like, maybe there's like some battles, some secret Pokemon in here, secret items. I mean, it's like it's so much potential. And obviously, you see a ladder here behind Pat Rat that you can kind of like climb up. Like the city's gonna be very scalable, in my opinion.
Yeah, and also this might open the door to a kind of battle that they introduced, I believe, in Black and White, which was sky battles, where you can
X and Y.
Was it X and Y?
Yep. That's where
okay.
And it's fitting, right? Because it's back.
Yeah, I feel like I feel. Oh, yeah, exactly. Sorry. So like, I feel like if we're gonna be able to parkour our way up, and I see another guy on the other hill, and he's like, "Hey, you want a battle?"
Right.
Yeah, but you can only use flying types because I can't get over there. Like that would be kind of cool.
Or Pokemon that can float. I mean, I know they're not gonna use logic. They're not. But if they did, it'd be cool.
Hold up. They will. And the reason why I say that is you just unlocked the memory. I remember in Legends Arceus, in the sky, there was a Magnezone floating. like really high up. So even if abilities aren't at play here, for example, if they introduce the other thing, like if they had that present in Legends Arceus, where Magnezone was still floating in the air, or I'm pretty sure it was Magnezone.
It was Magnezone. It was a Magnezone.
It was Magnezone, right? Yeah. It was like super far. I remember I saw it and I was like launching Pokeballs. I was like, "Yo, I want this." Didn't get it. But
Scarlet Violet did the same thing with Garchomp. The crater.
Oh, he was like, he was like floating around, like again, land shark. What? Hello. Anyway, so if the land shark can float, let my Weezing fight in a sky battle, bro. Exactly. He's levitating. He doesn't
have to be a flying type. He floats. He obviously floats.
Yeah. So I feel like if they're gonna do those sky battles where you're fighting from afar, then I should be able to use not just the Pokemon with wings. It could be like you reacted to recently. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to check it out. Doduo, for example, they don't have wings, but the helicopter.
Wait. It was so dumb, bro. It made no sense. That's how I would imagine it would fly, right?
Yeah. Because in Pokemon,
legs do that.
Yeah. In Pokemon Stadium, it was weirder. So I'm okay with the helicopter thing because it was a meme, and then they made it into like something that was real, and it was just a sick video. If you guys haven't checked it out, my boy Stax reacted to it, and that's literally how I felt when I watched it. Anyways, so I feel like the Parkour Central opens the door to maybe those kind of battles, and I'm excited. I also remember that Floette being a monster statistically, but whatever. We won't get into that.
Oh, do you think we're gonna get an evolution for it?
Oh, you want to get into that? Is this that? We got time?
Yeah, we got time.
Okay. Let's talk then. All right. People are talking about we're getting new megas, which is true. We're likely gonna get new megas. As a matter of fact, it's pretty much confirmed. We're getting 3 starters who obviously don't have megas. However, in Legends Arceus, we got not just Pokemon who didn't have evolutions were evolving even further, like Ursaring into Ursaluna, and then there was also new forms introduced, where
Hisuian forms.
Hisuian forms, exactly. Yeah, Basculegion. Yeah. There you go. We had Cleaver. We had Quillfish had an evolution. Arcanine, there you go.
Arcanine, but it's a different Arcanine. So.
Exactly. So they're probably going to introduce, but the thing is, Lumio City, it exists. Yeah. You know. So are we going to get like?
If we want to be technical, the Pokemon that are there now never really were there. So they can pull that whole. Well, Chikorita, he migrated to the because he liked flowers and so.
Yeah. There's a specific flower that you can find only in X and Y where it blooms flowers even more type of thing. You never know.
Alligator, they like the sewers in Paris.
Yeah. It turned him into a French alligator, and he just comes out with a big mustache. You never know. But it's not just new megas I'm excited for. Obviously we need enough Audinos. We don't need Mega Audino. Like it's okay to sleep on it.
Y'all can trade.
Get him the hell out. Get them out. There's the door. But, there are obviously Pokemon that we've been talking about that we want megas for years. Flygon being one of them.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. Please.
They might give alternate forms too, right? Just like for Scyther, it wasn't just Scyther to Scizor now it's Scyther to Cleaver, right? So we might have...
How pissed would people be if they gave Flygon a convergent form rather than a mega? Would you think people would accept that, or do you think they would still rather have a Mega Flygon?
So, like an alternate form, like a new typing type? Yeah. Okay, so like how Goodra has like that shell back? Bro, okay, listen, I'm the biggest Flygon fan ever. If that happened, today I'm buying the game. You think I give a fuck? Excuse my language, but like, God, we're nitpicking at random things now.
Yeah, people do pick stuff like that. It's weird.
The whole point of the megas was they got new powers, new forms, they look different, their abilities, their typing. Facts. If you get a new form, you're gonna get that anyways. So what are we talking about? Yeah, megas are stronger, fine, but again, this isn't just a statistic game anymore. This isn't just let me invest 252 EV. Like, no, we're not there anymore. Right. It's not just that. There are like, it's reaction times, it's planning, it's just different elements of this. So I'm okay with this as the number one Flygon fan because Flygon was an MVP in that Jirachi movie. I forget the name of it.
He was goated in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, bro.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Training him was such a pain because Trapinch useless. However,
oh my god, he's beyond useless.
Yeah, because he was a Trapinch forever. Mm-hmm. But then when you finally got to level 42, 45, whatever, you ate.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So I'm excited for new forms, alternate forms, and possible new megas. Yeah. So let me ask you something. You know how Charizard has an X and Y? What if they introduce like? Okay.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
All right. All right. Okay. So what if they introduce new variations, new variants?
That goes off to what I was saying earlier too, bro. I really feel like this game is gonna have its own form of megas, bro. We may see a Mega Z, and you already know Charizard's getting a Z form. You already know.
Listen. If we can create a form for Dialga and Palkia to make them look like fucking nightmare fuel, that thing was ugly as hell. Like those were the ugliest forms I've ever seen. If we can have that, anything is on the table.
That is true.
Xerneas is gonna start walking on 2 and start calling me man, or Yveltal is gonna start growing hands and legs and start taking your order. Like you never know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. Is this the game where we got? Hold up. Is this the game where we got like Buzzwole in them?
Sun and Moon was the game we got.
Oh, Sun and Moon. Right. Oh, UBs. Okay. Fair.
Yep.
You never know. Never know.
I'm calling in now, bro. Mega Z's, bro. We're getting it's Legend Z. Like maybe they have a Z Mega and an A Mega. The Alpha Mega or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know, but it might be a thing just for Zygarde too. He already transforms. With his whole little gimmick there.
Yep. And then look at this A, bro. Does that not look suspicious to you, bro? There's something about this A, bro. It's not like, look at this. It look like vines are growing up it, right, or something like that. It's like a form of new life.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I feel like that might be the biggest reach. However, because
you don't think there's anything, bro. If that's the case, bro, like why not make the A kind of look somewhat similar to the Z, right?
I think it was just aesthetic. You know what I mean? Because like I just think maybe it's not that deep, but it could be that we might get new forms for the legendaries. Again, we got it with Origin Form. Nightmare Fuel, those guys, Palkia, Dialga, they look ugly as hell, but it just meant whether you're a normal Pokemon or a legendary, nobody's safe from these redesigns, and some of them miss.
Yeah,
Palkia was ugly as hell. That's all I'm gonna say. Origin Palkia, good God, we didn't need that.
Now, I am gonna caveat to this to our last point, right? And it's kind of going off of the whole battle system. And, in my opinion, this game is made for battling for a reason. It's going to make you want to battle. What gives you that thought in your mind? And I don't know if you saw the anime or not. What gives you this thought in your mind about the point system to the whole competitive scene of battling?
Okay, so you're asking me what I think they would do in this?
No, what anime comes to your mind when we were talking about point systems?
Oh, like the championship thing, like
from
okay.
Why did I catch a blank? The latest what's the one?
I know
the latest adventure with Ash. I can't think of the dang anime. Pokemon. It wasn't Pokemon Adventures, right? Why am I catching a blank now, bro?
Journey? No.
Journeys. Master.
Was it Journeys?
Yeah,
Journeys. Something. But I know what you mean. Also, that series slapped.
Like, they ended it on a good note.
It was an excellent note. But like it was always they had that in like in other tourneys too, where he would compete in a tournament and then they would, you know, they would give them points and reward them points. And I don't know. Stop stressing me out. Like it's the potential on this in this game is crazy. But like just we might have it in this one, we might not. But then they might slowly start introducing it because they also gotta be like if you're Pokemon Game Freak, you gotta be conscious of like, okay, this is for children, but also our existing player base, they have to like we can't just throw a bunch of brand new concepts at them because you know they're gonna revolt, they're gonna hate a bunch of things, so they gotta kind of ease us into certain things. So honest, I feel like to
be honest, that's why I feel like they're giving us just Lumios. So for the casual trainers that just want to go around and have lunch with your Pokemon or just go around the city and talk to people, do side quests, that's for you. But for the hardcore battlers, this is awesome for you. We're going to reward you for actually participating in these battles so you can get the points to be in this, hello guys, I'm going to steal your Rotom phone, flip it around, and boom. Come on to the match of your lifetime and be the best known trainer in the world type stuff. If you want to do that. If you don't, you know, be cyberpunk and go around the city robbing people's cars and eating other people's Pokemon food.
No, I'm with you because, again, I feel like this goes back to what I said earlier. This is going to scratch a lot of itches, and people play this game differently. Some people shiny hunt, some people speed run, some people play casually, some people catch and collect, you know, and some people compete like in terms of in regards to the battles. You know, it's just I don't know. But like there is so much potential here, and I'm excited for this game, dude. I'm getting it on drop. How about you?
Oh, hello, sir. I've already pre-ordered. I didn't even pre-order, but I got the money. So as soon as I pre-order, they don't even get the full word out. It's already done. It's on
here. Shut up and take my money.
But yeah, to kind of finish off of that, like my opinion on that is, I think it's gonna be more so. It's gonna make people want to battle. It's a new system. Like people are gonna want to try out stuff. Like it's gonna be so crazy that people are gonna want to try out and see what Growl does. Like maybe Growl does it has another effect. Maybe it you know, also it lowers their attack, but it kind of slows them down too. Kind of like, oh shit, he growled at me. Let me kind of play cautious a little bit. You know, like it's gonna be a new way of battling. It's gonna make people want to like, oh shit, let me try. I learned a new move. Let me see what that looks like. So I'm gonna go find a trainer to battle or a wild Pokemon to battle. I'm gonna find a trainer because if I get a trainer, that's gonna give me points to kind of go towards this tournament thing that's gonna be at the end of the game more than likely. I really feel like it's gonna not necessarily force people, but it's gonna make people like, oh, this is a new thing. I actually like the battling system in this game. The battling system is fun. I want to explore the different things that I can do, because you never know. You might come to a point where you're using the same moves over and over again, and you're like, okay, I'm starting to get used to the battle system. Like it's cool or whatever. But then you run into that one trainer that you skipped over. You didn't think you need to battle, but you actually battled them. Like, oh crap, this trainer battle was fun because he introduced how the move dig works, or dive. Like, or dig, you dig into the ground and you know they hone in on you and smack you wherever. It doesn't matter where you go. Or you never ran into a move like Swift, and you're like, oh, I never played a direct sure hit move. But then when you actually seen it, it kind of made you kind of mold how you want to change your battle style and how you want to actually play. So I think they're gonna reward the players that actually want to, you know, go forth and actually participate in a lot of the battles, where the point system come in. You get however many ever points, because obviously Legends RC has rewarded you for completing your decks. You know, getting a certain amount of whatever, and then you get whatever, right? I feel like this game is gonna be the same thing. Where it comes from megas, if you use your megas, you're gonna level your mega up. If you do the battles, you're gonna get points. So that's where I kind of stand on it.
I'm just excited, dude. This game is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, it's.
I'm with you. Like, there's so much. Like, again, we rework some moves that we never considered using in VGC. Like you said, Growl. Even if it doesn't, even if the effect is the exact same, you might still consider using it if it's like guaranteed you can't avoid it.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
because then it's like sure hits might be worth more. You know, certain moves might be worked or prioritized more. Again, like Roar and Dragon Tail, if
Yep.
there is an active timer when you retreat, you know, so like you have to anticipate these things. So, you know, and then let's say, for example, because of Dragon Tail now, Gyarados is a big thing. Right, so then you might need your Mega to be able to immediately counter. Okay, yo, like let's say I have a Mega Absol, right? And I see you switch into Gyarados, which is like a part of the meta, I'm going to have a move that can mess you up in order to counter your counter or anticipate your counter. Like, it's just,
yeah,
it's just,
it's going to be clean, bro.
just,
Which
yeah,
is where
it's
I
going to be
bring
fun.
in the, what we talked about earlier. We don't know how many players this game going to be. My fingers are crossed. Like, oh, bro,
Everything.
I swear, if they could let us run through this game with our friends, bro.
Yeah, like,
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh my god.
I don't even mind if I don't play the story with my
Right.
friends.
Yeah.
At the very, like, if we got to battle, double battle, you know, if they found some way for us to be able to experience this game with our friends in any way, it would be dope.
Facts.
So, you know, because I don't know. I'm
Nah,
so
trust me,
excited. Dude.
I'm with you, man.
Oh, I'm so excited.
But yeah, man. Was there any other points you could think of that you wanted to bring up that we didn't touch or we kind of moved over? 'Cause, I mean, I think that pretty much sums it up.
Honestly, I think we're good. I think please don't. Just one thing we shouldn't do. Oh, my Pokemon loved me, so he toughed it out. Please, like, let's take
cut
that shit out of.
Please, no, we don't
Take
need
that shit out of the fucking game, please.
We don't
I'm
need
sorry
that.
for cursing again.
Or the
God
other Pokemon
damn.
sees that our Pokemon's crying. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll let you hit me. Don't cry, please.
Yeah. I'm of a docile. My Pokemon is a docile nature, so it's a little shy. No, don't do that shit.
Mine's is lonely, so
I need my Pokemon to be fucking ruthless.
Exactly.
Okay? Like, don't look back at me and be like, I got you, bro, and then survive a hit. Don't do that. Just take the hit, go down, move on.
Exactly.
It's like,
Facts.
I'm planning for you to go down. You staying up just fucks up my plan. And also, if I take you down, you know, obviously that mechanic wasn't in VGC, but also, I don't want to see it in fucking, like, in the story either.
Exactly.
That mechanic was so annoying.
It's dumb as heck.
It was so annoying because, like, the game is already on easy mode. Don't easier it. You know what I mean? Don't make it easier.
Exactly.
Stop it.
And
please
cut it
out.
Last point before we end it. Shout out to my man Shofu. I literally saw his Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl playthrough, and he was in the Elite Four, and his Floatzel was, I believe, already on 1 HP, already on 1, and got hit and survived, bro.
Survive because out of love.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm gonna make all my Pokemon eat their broccoli. They're gonna hate me. It's okay. I don't give a shit. Don't tough shit out. Stop it. Don't make it easier.
Exactly. Really, it makes 0 sense, bro. 0.
Yeah. Again, I understand this is for children, but yo, stop. Let's stop. Like, it's okay to lose, kids. It's okay.
Just get up and try again, bro.
Just that's it. Stop babying. We're like
what? Red and blue through black and white is when we didn't have that, right?
We had broken mechanics, dude.
It's like, bro, we went through it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go through it too, bro.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that. We're definitely not saying it in the sense where it's like, yo, shit, if I could go through it, they can too. If it makes them better, cool. But, yo, losing is a part of life. Whatever.
Exactly.
Let their Pokemon go down. I love how we're having deep life advice in Pokemon.
Because it makes sense, bro.
It does. But please, stop toughing it out. Facts. Go down. Oh, God.
Well, there it is, man. Hey, listen. The theories, the concepts, all of this, there will be more to come. I appreciate my man Royce for coming through. Guys, if y'all are not tuned in or checked in to his channel, what are y'all doing? Stop the video, for one. Go to his channel. Go to a few of his videos. Like it. I promise you, you're going to like what you see. Definitely drop a like, comment, all that stuff. Don't leave my bands hanging. He's not over 1,000 yet, but he's like right around the corner. We can get him over 1,000. Like, bro, come on. Like, there's a few of y'all that's probably not even subscribed to me. Hit the sub button. It literally costs you nothing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for having me, dude. This was a lot of fun.
Yo, absolutely.
I'm about to run some Legends Arceus now. I'm gonna restart the game and just. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Facts. I thought about the same thing. I was like, I can't contain the excitement. I gotta play some kind of Legends game.
Yeah. So this is definitely an outlet. Also, I feel like this video in general would like fan those flames of excitement in other fans too. Like whether they're our age and they don't have their friends stop
Facts.
playing the game and they have nobody to talk to. They have nobody else who's
Facts.
excited about it. I hope y'all fed off our energy too, because
Exactly.
we're excited about it and it'll be fun.
100%. And if you listen, going back to what Roy said, y'all don't have a friend to play with. Listen, we are open book, man. If y'all want to come and hang out and chat it up with us, man, who knows? We might even open up a Discord just for y'all, bro. So
Yeah.
just know that we're just as excited as you guys. We're on this hype train as much as you guys. More videos will be coming about this type of topic, coming up, bro. And yeah, man, I can't wait.
I'm excited, dude. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
Again, man, this your boy Kid Stats. It's your man Royce down here. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be easy. Take care. Peace.
Peace.